doing that. But I can always refer too. If I can't do it, I can refer out. And they're going to be relatively the same as what I just. They're going to do the same thing. We all follow the same system because it works. It's very effective, and then we all serve as backups for each other. What happens if I die?
Yeah, I was wondering.
Then one of the other PFLs, personal family lawyers, will just pick up the case.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they'll just pick it up and do what they need to do with it.
Okay, so is this kind of like a Redfin type of conglomeration thing where like you're the lawyer direct, but if you fail, it'll go back into the system and then auto assign someone else?
How I talk to people, they just have a lot of sticky things that make my firm work a lot easier that I subscribe to. And I had to do a test, and I had to send in a trust that I wrote, and they had to approve me and all that kind of stuff. But I just paid to be a member of them. Now, what I would do in your state, I mean, obviously you're gonna, however we end up doing the trust, you're gonna either have the business card of yours, and then you'll have it, like, I always give backup business cards of the other personal family lawyer in Oklahoma City that I like, right? So they have 2 cards in there the family can call. That way, just a backup. That way, they don't go find, just look in the phone book. I don't want them going to a regular trust attorney. I want them going to someone that does what we do. For, we use, most of us use wealth counsel for drafting, and so, like, I'm doing a restated trust for someone that moved from Texas to Oklahoma because they're changing the status of their trust. So I just call that PFL down there in Texas. I say, hey, send me your data file from wealth counsel. So I've got a data file of all their stuff, and I just plug it into my Oklahoma wealth counsel, and I spit it out. And it's cheaper for their client. It would have cost me another $5,000 to draft it from scratch, right? Here, I mean, I was able to do it for like 1, which is great for them. They're like, holy cow, that's cheap. I can't believe it. Well, it's because I got your data set from your old attorney. Thank you. You know, that's how we work together. We don't do referral fees off each other either, because it just works both ways. When somebody sends someone to me, I don't pay that attorney a referral fee, and when I send them out, I don't expect anything in return. So we're not even monetizing each other too. It's just, we're just networked, and we all think alike. In fact, when I went, which it's kind of a touchy-feely company, so I went to this, the one in North Carolina I was telling you about.
Asheville.
Yeah, it was 27 people. There were 3 guys. I was one of the guys, and the other 2 guys were gay. Nothing about gay people and stuff, but anyway. So it was just funny because it just kind of draws that empathetic empaths. Just kind of draws that. So anyway, that's what drove me to estate planning. I like helping people. I like doing stuff. It's fun to work with business owners too. Part of what I do is make sure your business succession works. You know, because some of y'all have other businesses too, I'm assuming. I mean, or is this all y'all do? That's fine. But if you have them, you know, it's really good to make sure your shareholders, you know, is the trust. Make sure your shares should belong to your trust, because that way they don't have to go through probate. Now, y'all have buy-sell agreements, so the operating agreement will control, and that money should go straight to that person outside of a probate. But that's something I just would talk to you guys about your business structure, because I would want to look it over anyway. You've had an attorney do all this, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
You know, double check it. Yeah. So I don't need to do that. I mean, you trust the attorney in your state. But that's kind of it. Anybody have any questions on what I talked about? I know it's a lot.
I think the state thing was my biggest,
Yeah.
And then the cost, you covered that as well, a general idea of cost.
Yeah. And, when you do, there are some online options. There are. Zoom, your Rocket Lawyer, and all that kind of stuff. But it's kind of like doing a root canal on yourself. I mean, it takes me, with a very sophisticated trust drafting system, wealth counsel, it costs me it's $700 a month just to use it. It takes me about 5 hours of making decisions for you that's tailor-fit to your family. There's just no way you can do it, but you're blind in it. You really don't know whether it's going to work or not, and we won't know until you die.
Yeah.
You know, and so I really don't recommend that, whether you use me or not. In fact, it's kind of nice speaking to a crowd that most of you can't use me, so you know I'm not self-serving up here. Just, you do not want to do this yourself. It's just worth the money, because you're going to end up, people that do it-yourself divorces with a $250 divorce, okay, they made me thousands of dollars on fixing that crap. Because paralegals, they're just not a lawyer. They don't go into court every day. They don't see what the judges are doing. And so you need someone who really keeps up with the law. Secondly, with the passing of this new SAFE Act that just passed last year, and it deals with investment accounts and things like that and how they're distributed, it's hard for me to wrap my hands around. So you're not going to be able to draft a trust that's going to be safe from that. So cost, yeah. So there are cheaper ways.